welcome back to another episode of Showtime Radio Podcast. I am your host, Showtime, also known as Jenna. And before we get into this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, click that notification button so you know when I drop a video. Boom! And tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend to what? Pull up, pour up, any drink of your choice. And tune in as we dive into these hot topics. We have two new faces on my podcast today, so why don't you go ahead and the face.
Oh, me?
Just give your name.
Angie.
Okay.
Brianna.
Yes. And we just we're gonna do a little girl chat today, little girl chat. So the first top. No, don't leave. Stay. We're just gonna keep zooming in on your face as it gets worse.
Keon, you called me?
Yeah.
Coming.
I'm gonna leave on the second take. So I wanted to talk about. Well, we can start off with like what are some of you guys' pet peeves, and it doesn't have to be in one area in particular. It doesn't have to be serious. It's just pet peeves in general. Like for me, I hate for a sponge to be left in the sink and wet, soaking up all the bacteria. Oh, yeah, that's weird. I love that I'm not the only one and we just said it in unison.
You don't squeeze it out and put it away after you wash the snake. Yep. Squeeze it out and just leave it.
Or just
dry.
leave it behind.
Now, do you guys use the same sponge to wash your sink as you wash your dishes, or do you
I try to even have. I have a sponge for my cups and silverware, and then I have a sponge for like the scrubs.
Oh, one day I'll be like you.
Right.
Did you raise
your hand?
So I change my sponges like every couple of weeks. Like pretty frequently. Shout out to Costco's in the bundles.
Yep.
And then I take that sponge and I'll usually like clean like the tub with it and then I'll throw it away and then I'll get a new sponge. So it's like every like 2.5.
Like those usage, you use all of that sponge.
And her mind's work.
I'm wasteful. I have a
and
sponge.
then I'm like,
bleach. Put in the trash. Meanwhile, she's almost dying. She's getting that last sponge.
The brillow's still attached.
Honestly, no. As soon as it gets like a little too gritty, it's going. It's no longer. I don't want you touching something that I'm gonna like.
I feel that. I don't like that smell.
Yeah, I'm like freaking out just
all
talking
that
about this thing actually.
And then
right. When you drink from a cup that.
and you just like,
I hate.
you check your breath. Like, is it me? No, it's not me. It's like,
What's a diamond?
ooh.
That's what they think.
Today?
What are they?
On Thursday.
What just
It's a bit
happened?
of an awkward moment for me.
Oh,
We were
okay.
being girls, so
I mean, I didn't
no,
know.
I haven't had that. I was like, you're gonna
It's so
and as soon as I went to go say thank you, she's like, thank you.
She's talking to you?
I told you yesterday I liked your nails. Don't be greedy.
You get one compliment a week, okay? Use it, okay?
No.
Does anybody else have
Just a random pet?
Yes. Just random
Yes.
pet peeves.
I think that men who do not know how to drive are a problem to society. I know it sounds sexist and I don't care. If you're a man and you don't know how to drive, it really just,
It hits
pisses me
different.
off.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this doesn't make any sense.
You're a
What
whole
are you
man.
doing? You're a whole
You should know how to do that.
man.
You should know.
That is in the man handbook, right? Like that's the first couple.
The first thing they want to tell you that they know how to do better than women.
Yeah,
so
that's
when
what you're
you say
saying.
that you don't know how to drive, it's irritating. That's that. It's my worst pet peeve.
I feel that.
Like if I had a date ever in life again, which I would never do,
I am a
would be pissed.
passenger princess.
I am. I refuse to get
Really?
behind the wheel. Passenger
No.
princess?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I know you're crazy.
I like to drive myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
What
the only
else?
person I let drive me is your phone. That's it.
So did it bug you that when we worked together, that I was driving?
No, because I am.
She was like, oh man, I'm exposed.
No.
Because I was like, okay, wait. Okay, mom drives like this. Okay, Janelle, you drive like yourself, Janelle. Drive like yourself.
drive like
I was like,
yourself.
you okay over there, love? No,
Drive like yourself.
No,
Don't be
the
scared.
reason why I know I
Put that
think
going around.
we were working, so that's different.
Okay.
Like
Like
because
joy
it's not
ride.
like just like we were going somewhere and I could have autonomy over that. Your job was to drive while we were working, and I'm
Okay.
very respectful of someone's job.
Okay.
So I'm like, no, I was good with it. You drive, my feet were up, I was eating snacks. It was all good. So I was happy with my life. I was like, had my grapes and everything. I was having a good time. But yeah, I have a pet peeve with the male drivers that can't drive. I don't understand it. I will never understand it. It's just disrespect. They just need to go back. Learn. Just learn.
I hear he has to be able to drive with his Like that's how good he has to be with drive. Like
Wow. Me? What?
no. What's his John said? Like if it was just.
Oh,
No, it's not literally. It's just an expression. Like that's how good he is.
I've never heard that expression. I've never heard that expression.
No, that's my expression.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. What's gonna be said now?
No, like turn the wheel.
I'm just in this phone.
You see?
That's not.
You see?
That's not.
I would be too scared.
No.
What?
Like,
I want to drive with you on the
I'm outside on back.
Oh my god, especially if it's a manual one.
Hey Angie, watch this. You want to see a trick? No. Show her, baby. Show her how you do.
Because how do you switch gears, hold the
manual.
clutch, and steer all at once?
There you go.
He's
He's got the stick shot. He's like,
And I'd be like, I think I'm having a fever dream.
I'm sorry, that would become too aggressive in the regular area.
yeah, I'm like, you ain't coming near me, but that's
How strong it has to be.
Exactly. I don't.
That's scary.
Sidebar, do you
Crank
remember
of it, like
Give me a hysterectomy.
That has to be one curve, bad boy.
Like they put
What?
they tie like a string.
Not a
And
string.
they put something like weight at the bottom.
And a 1. And a 2. Okay,
That's
we're gonna do
actually
5
pretty
sets
cool.
of 10s.
Drop, give me 50.
I'm not touching him.
It's just I'm not touching her.
You're like so like,
Watch that. I'm so scared.
Look what I can do.
I
pick things up and put them
He's
down.
dangerous. He is. I pick things up.
I know it's like how to drive with the knee, not with the
Yeah.
She tough.
Not literally, but I'm just. That's my own expression.
Alright,
Like that's how good.
Drive with Johnson.
Yeah.
I just would like
Drive
to
with
say
Johnson.
don't invite yourself to parties that you're not invited to. I invited myself.
Excuse me, no, because today
Would
I
you
talked
like
to
to
you
be
originally. I was
excused?
gonna tell you, hey mom,
Yeah.
you should be in the
Yeah.
Do you want to be excused?
Yeah.
No,
but
just
I
have
was
fun,
originally
yeah.
not invited, and that was God's decision.
We'll move on. We'll move on. Everybody, have, yes.
Yes. People who snack when they chew.
Oh.
yeah.
Just like. It's like they're gonna have that last morsel of taste.
I chose my words carefully because you don't snack.
I don't snack. I just.
They slap.
got
No, but like, if you can hear someone
I got an
chewing,
aggressive jaw.
like that drives me.
It's like we know it tastes good.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
we know it tastes good.
Eating
It's
the
the
same
honey
thing.
powder and the garlic
She went-
powder. You taste it.
singing.
We don't even get
Yeah. She's got
She knows how to work her jaw.
It's
I
not
mean,
her.
you know what kills me
We've
though?
been through this
You know
before.
what kills me? You know what kills me? Especially the last time I was visiting.
Dude.
I'd be sitting there like,
I don't say
I heard
anything.
it.
I never say
I did.
anything now.
I try to be quiet, and the moment I hear it, I'm like,
But I don't say anything.
But I don't say
but
that.
I hear you.
But see, that makes me feel
My
bad when I
body's
do it to
crawling.
people.
Like,
Yeah, but it drives like you literally cannot think of anything else but the fact that you
Okay,
can
so
something.
anyway.
yeah.
That was
But like,
I'm trying to enjoy
she
my
doesn't
food.
chomp though. She doesn't
Yeah.
chomp.
It's
No.
just-
I make. She doesn't chomp at all. But people who are like,
I make noise.
Yeah, no.
So wait,
It's like
Girl,
that. They don't
you
care.
know, we're not for the bedroom.
exactly.
I still
Respect.
I still ain't here.
No.
Sounded like that.
Yeah.
Goodness.
No, that's true. Yeah, I can't stand lip smack.
I can't.
I feel like they're trying to offend you.
Yes, very much so.
We love
Okay,
going off
speaking
the
of
public.
driving,
Yes.
people who don't use their blinkers.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said
Yeah.
okay.
Or when they do it last
Yeah.
minute.
I do it.
And turn
Yes.
slowly.
You pick and
Turn
choose.
slowly gets on my nerves. Because
Turning
no,
slowly.
you want to get to my nerves is when you
When
go
they
out.
to the
to
other
go
side.
in.
Yes, like you're a Mack truck, you're not.
You don't try to pass me.
Your road is not that wide.
And you're like,
Your car got
Why are you over
There's
here?
a lot of driving.
You're going there.
You have a coupe.
You all
Not enough
have,
for me.
have bad road rage. I just want to
Yeah.
say. Look how we got back to driving.
Remember when we drove
You
to
said it,
Walmart and I was like, no, I don't have road rage.
Yeah, and she was fully convinced that she didn't, and then she
I
was
was
like,
like,
look at this guy. Like,
But then I was like, okay, yeah, let's just keep
yeah, and
going.
then we'd go back to normal, and I was like,
stop. Every time I'm on the phone with Jasmine and I'm
Oh
like,
my gosh. I've just learned to just talk through it.
I'm like,
It's a
I'm going
second.
to da-da-da-da. Okay, yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna come get you at da-da-da.
It's like It's so fluid.
That is literally, mommy. I clenched my cheeks so many times driving up here. Cause you're like,
pretty girl.
stupid.
I'm like, are you gonna let me go? Are you gonna let me turn?
I'm like, loser.
Wait. So Leanna, I showed up because you beep your horn, people make you mad or whatever, and Leanna's already ruined me. She's like, go faster. Why are you going so slow? I was like, Leanna, they take turns to go out into the street.
She'd be like, you going or not, bro?
Yes.
I
I showed up at her house and I beeped the horn to tell them I was there, and she comes out with this whole tune, and she's like, Nani, why you showing up at mama's house yelling at her?
I didn't even say anything.
I didn't even say nothing.
She was
you beat at my mother.
Oh, yeah, she did.
I was politely putting her in her car seat. She said, we're gonna beat you.
Yeah.
She
loves to
okay,
raise.
but I'm following y'all.
She got so mad.
We're gonna beat you. So
She gets real mad.
Jenna jumped out of
so
my
crazy.
car for like whatever, we were coming here after church, and she was mad that Jenna left the car, and I was like, well, let's just race. And Leon was like, yeah, let's go, let's beat them. That's the only way I got her to stop crying. We got there, and somehow they beat
him.
She lost it.
What do you mean? How could you lie?
We lost. You said we're gonna win.
3 years
There's
old.
no losing in her vocabulary.
No,
it's
not.
just no. It's just
I don't want to drive her.
She's like, girls get spoiled.
She was
Girls
like,
get better. Yeah, that's her.
we showed up and Jasmine had my car, I had my truck. So I'm like, Jasmine, go in first. We got here first.
Yeah.
Of course, they're following, but I'm like, Jasmine, go in first. She's like, Nani! What are you doing? I was like, we still won, though.
yeah, she's like,
still
Mommy's
won.
not gonna be. She's like, just drive it. We won, Leanna. we won. We got. I'm just partying.
Like, what do you mean?
They said turn left.
Yeah, she does that too.
1,000 feet, son. Not right now.
You missed your turn to that house. Are you not listening?
These kids.
I'm trying to get
You need to go faster.
Kids that are way too smart.
At this point.
That's a big pet peeve. Stop making y'all kids so smart.
Yeah.
That's rude.
COVID kids.
Going back and forth.
COVID kids are different.
They got reasoning skills.
Yeah.
How you reasoning with me right now?
Yeah.
Who's the adult?
How's it
Oh
making
my
sense?
Leona was, I'll be like, you have one, you
How's
can
this
watch
making
one
sense?
episode before you go to sleep. She was like, how about 2? I'm like, how about none?
Not right.
She's like, okay, mommy, okay.
1.5.
One in the theme song.
And she told me yesterday, she's like, hey guys, I see something. Hey guys, I see something. I was like, what do you say? A new apartment.
Yeah.
I was like, what? She's like,
Hey.
oh yeah, and my apartment's gonna be white.
Oh my
Her and the
goodness.
vision. I'm like, I'm gonna keep speaking.
Yes.
You have to show her
Speaking it.
the Nene meme. A white refrigerator.
Ooh, the ghetto.
Ghetto. For those who watch Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Please no, because she's already started
Yeah,
on
she's
Teletubbies. She's like, you know how there's different babies that come up for the sun? She'd be like, that's a white baby. Or that's a black baby. Yeah, so
No,
she
I know
probably
She actually knows her colors.
She knows her
She's
colors.
done. She's done.
She
She's
like
like,
colors and shapes.
mommy, that's a white baby. I'm like, Leia, it's just a baby. Okay.
It's a white
She'd be
baby.
like,
But it's a white
that's not. You
baby.
can't say what baby. That's just a baby, mommy. And I was like, yeah, it's just a baby. Cause she'd be like, that's a white baby. That's a black baby, mommy. I'm like,
Okay.
as if I don't know.
Right.
As if I can't see.
Yeah, as if I didn't teach you your colors.
These kids
Does
are so-
anybody else have a?
Since we're in driving pet peeves.
Oh Lord.
I've never
left.
What happened to me today? Okay.
Go ahead.
These kids. The bus was like your next door neighbor's house, right? These kids come out of your house, their street, and they're late because everybody's on the bus has sat down, and the bus driver's politely waiting for them. Mind you, now there is a whole line behind the bus and in front of the bus because we're waiting for these 2 kids who are in high school, and just sit there and just walking nice and slow, and then have the nerve to look back and look at the whole line and still go. And I was like,
that's annoying.
Disrespect.
You know, I'm trying to go right. I think
They're
that's
like,
how
it's
No,
not
that's
a lot of time.
No,
Yeah,
that's
that's
true. Yeah, turkeys.
They didn't
Turkeys,
care.
like,
It's probably because their parents didn't tell them, listen, if you miss that bus,
Yeah.
I'm not driving you. You don't
Oh
know.
man,
The
it's
bus driver has to drive off.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a law.
He didn't act like the back bus driver.
I had-
and go.
Right.
No, we got left on the yellow the
what
bus.
happens when bus drivers?
This is I remember when we went to Hancock.
They don't
And you
care.
guys lived. Oh, sorry.
No, I know what she's about to say.
And you guys lived in Hamilton Oaks, and I remember.
Oak Green.
It's Hamilton.
I know,
Yeah.
but
That's
she's like,
together?
what is that? No.
No.
Oh,
We were getting the
All
bus.
we did was get.
So we went.
What we did was adventurous.
I was
We
like,
went to the same school. And the bus was already.
Innovative.
The kids were getting on the bus,
yeah.
and I don't know. You guys were running late. Like two.
Our mom said she ain't driving us.
We had two kids to get ready, so now hindsight, I definitely agreed. Like, you guys need to go to school because I'm not dropping them off.
you just need to get out.
I remember looking back and seeing Jason and Janelle just being placed outside of the first floor window.
Oh my god. I didn't go over the porch though.
They were already getting on the bus, and I could see, like, at the age of 6, I could already tell, like, it must be hard for
Whatever.
We are good.
Whatever.
First of all, I would like to say,
We're the best we can get ready.
to answer your question, Janelle, because the bus stop was outside of the window.
Yes.
I'm not gonna place you out the back.
You're right.
The bus stop,
You're right.
I can see the bus.
You're right.
And look, okay, I was a mom. There was one in the belly. There was a baby out on the belly, under one, and they were running late. Anybody got time?
They got on the
for
bus.
baby to run all the way
I
out,
don't blame you.
run all the way out,
I hear that.
because I got a baby and a baby. So I was like,
I remember the chick on the bus.
You should have bought a step stool from that point on. And we could have just got out there and been responsible and had our own time. Like, Mom, I'm still like, I got it, got you, and got out.
what makes it even better is that after I did it the first time, it became their way of getting out of the house. They from that
Because
point
I
on,
remember the kids were like, they're coming, they're coming.
they're coming. Wait.
The window slid.
They're coming. Oh my gosh! All these years, Angie. All these years, we have talked about it, but like we're the only ones. And now to hear it from somebody else.
always thought that was brilliant.
The shade down. They're not coming to school today. Were you with me in the car? It was like 2 weeks ago, and we were driving to Nana's house, and I was telling the story to somebody, and Dad goes, "What did you say?" And I was like, "Wait, you don't know that?"
It's not a secret.
Like, I was proud of my work. Like, that was genius.
They were on time for
Y'all
school.
did not understand how long that hallway was.
They were on time for school.
And then you had to go around
to be in front of your window.
No. They are right out. And I did thank you for recognizing I put them out there gently. Because I didn't let
She
them
placed
out.
them.
I placed them. I was like, okay.
What?
She Michael Jackson does open the back.
That was the first floor, it was not the second floor. It was the first floor.
Little Angie being like, wait, they're coming.
Look at that. She's trying, okay? It's either education.
27 years of friendship.
Great
Yeah,
mom.
have my back.
She's trying.
I was trying.
Oh my god.
I was.
Oh
Gotta
my
pack up four
gosh.
babies to get
I've
to
never
know.
heard that story and I'm glad that I did.
What?
I said I never heard that
No?
story.
Oh, I'm proud of that.
I forgot to go.
I was like,
I'm proud.
That's a good one.
that was good one.
They got to
Those up
school.
there.
They went on that bus, so they were on time all the time.
Exactly.
And I did not.
You gotta get it where you fit.
Exactly.
Listen, motherhood is a survival. You gotta do what you got to do.
And they were so happy to go out the window too. They were like, we're going out the window.
Excited.
We were probably,
We're gonna have an adventure.
you guys are so happy to go out the window.
So
Too late.
Yeah.
Remember the sweet bombs on the bus?
Somebody farted.
Right.
Somebody farted.
It was a fart bomb. Okay.
It was so bad. I was not expecting it to be that
We're
bad.
not moving this.
They tried to like suspend me, and I was like, but it fell out of my bag. It's not my fault.
She's like,
All the kids are like, I just wanted this thing so bad.
it fell out of her.
It fell out of my
Your
bag.
parents would have to come pick you
Yeah.
up, and we're
Oh
like,
my
we're from
God.
China West. Our parents
Are
are
not coming to pick us up.
You might just drive us home, lady.
And put them back in the window.
Make sure we're
Oh
not
my
picking
God.
up.
They used to sell anything for the kids. We got the little firework thing that pops.
Yep.
Yeah, the little
Yeah.
round ones.
That's kids.
Shout out us kids were different, man.
That was awesome.
Nuisance.
That was
And I was one of the good ones.
Yeah.
Right?
That's what I
Could
said.
you
I was
imagine?
innocent was.
Oh my God.
And I was like, ha 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 ha.
I thought about that and slapped so hard the other day. Oh my gosh.
And it was bad.
I think I would have beat my child.
On the bus. And what
Was it like
the
winter?
year was?
Yeah, was it winter? Because you
summer?
not.
No, it was
I
hot
don't remember.
outside.
I remember being hot. Yeah.
No, not hot.
That's
no.
what mommy
Terrorists.
worked at, like the doctor's office.
We were like,
That's what
let's
they thought.
go to the store while we wait for
Say
mommy.
she gon' beat me.
It was hot. She gonna make me take the long way to the bus stop.
She gonna make you walk the hall.
Oh, man. I committed to that lie, and Janelle didn't lie ever. So she was just like,
I don't know.
I don't know.
The eyes.
I didn't see it.
The eyes.
she was not gonna stitch on me, but she was not gonna lie. She was like,
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Jasmine, help me because I will cry. Start singing.
happy.
Now we're trying to ask you a question.
Jasmine.
No hablo English.
Oh my God.
That means siblings who don't lie.
You should get it. No, speaking of siblings who do lie, there was this one time that we had gone out. No, we had gone out somewhere, and I was just always at Tenmore Street. I was like your sixth child.
Yeah.
And
A lot of them.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna go home. You dropped me off real quick to grab stuff and waited for me to like change and grab like an overnight bag. But my mom kind of specifically said, you have to come home tonight. And I said, I'm going to Tenmore Street. So, and then I'm like coming down the stairs and sneaking. She's sleeping, and my brother is at the bottom of the stairs. And I'm like, you didn't see me. I wasn't here.
You didn't see me.
Mwah. And then I left, and then when I got home, it was quiet, but like more like the normal
Yeah.
quiet, like
It's
very
like
quiet.
suspicious,
And I was
suspicious.
like, My mom was like, where were you last night? And I was like, it got really late, and I just ended up spending the night. I just borrowed some clothes. And apparently, my brother at the breakfast table was just like, Mom, where's Brianna? No idea I was gone.
You were sitting on ready. You slept on that.
Yeah, he was.
You slept on that.
I was trying to watch my dishes.
Shows violence.
I know.
Early in the morning. You said I got you in
Wait,
bed.
Because I got
Wait,
brought
pause this,
home
pause
pretty
this.
early.
So, speaking of siblings ratting on each other, I feel personally attacked because way back then, but you know what? Sometimes it's fun to be the sibling to rat because
Couldn't relate.
Enticing
Can't relate.
drama.
no, sometimes it's fun. Like when Jordan did the, I got a lot of good laughs, like ratting on like things that actually happened.
Snitch.
And then ratting on things like didn't happen, like making up stuff
That's
just to get them in trouble.
Shut
Like, it was
up.
so like I got my rocks off of that. Huh?
Oh yeah, she's a
In the
snitch.
light.
She's a liar.
Banana.
She used to smack herself.
That's
with
you know
something
if you were
somebody
coming
did.
middle child.
Smack herself
Yeah.
and be like, ow, they hit me.
And I believe her because what child goes around hitting themselves?
And then she goes,
Well, clearly you won.
I didn't know at first.
Here we have Jenna.
In my defense,
No,
okay,
no.
I can't really remember exactly what I was thinking at the time, but I probably was thinking, I'm
Mind you,
bored.
because
Okay,
she
sorry,
started
sorry.
doing it all
were running and sliding inside of the house.
You know what's funny? I think I gave them that idea too.
I'm not funny. She did give them that idea. She came upstairs and told me after they were good and into it. She came upstairs and told me they got rid of it, and then when she was like 18 years old, she told me it was her idea.
But you know what? There's a lot of like, that's genius. You know, some kids are dumb. Like, I could have been a dumb kid. I was very smart and well planned out what I did, and I sat back and I
Devious
just watched.
is the word you're looking for.
Yeah. Well, devious people are
Like,
smart.
what do we have planned for today? We ask the boys what they want to do.
Hey
Don't
guys.
do this.
Like when
And they fell for it too.
Jordan got his head
They didn't
stuck
suck
out
up
the
the
window.
because they were all the same age.
Jordan got his head stuck out of the window. I'm saying, hold on, I'll be back. I came back with reinforcements. So imagine your head stuck out the window and you're getting a woman for getting
Oh, you're sick.
Oh,
You are.
She really was this crazy.
You know what I mean? I think you should watch this and rethink, you know, your favorite brother.
But no, that was then. That's why he did the whole. Yeah,
Now, you owe her another one.
Hey.
Nope. She pulled his teeth out the night before first grade.
He was chewing on my.
It wasn't yours. Everybody had asthma.
I didn't.
I had that.
I had to go.
More than down. It was a communal family.
Would you pop having the asthma?
Oh, that's how it started. No.
Oh. This wasn't even
Oh well. I look forward to partaking.
It fell out of my bag.
She's a cheerleader. Mom, wait, I actually have a question. I just have a question.
No.
So there was one time very early on. I promise you, it really wasn't. I didn't start like smoking weed. I don't know anymore, but I didn't start smoking weed until into college. But
Yeah. I just heard
you
down
know,
because
yeah,
you were
'cause it was
loud.
with. I'm not gonna say who it was with.
Ashley.
Oh, I suffered.
I'm not gonna say that.
Oh. Let the ice point to it. That's the paper towel.
Hilly over here.
I really didn't hear her at all. Okay, but we did find a little dime bag in Chatham West.
Thank you, because
And I put it in my pocket. Maybe I wasn't
That's
with you,
awesome.
but I put it in my pocket for some reason, and then it disappeared in my room. And then one day, my mom, because he used to always yell at me for not cleaning my room, I remember coming home, my closet was clean,
Oh, and
And
you
I
were
was like-
scared.
but it was never brought up.
I'm just saying. Did you take that?
Wow, Lord.
You never found it?
That thing returned.
One of our aunts or uncles, I'm not gonna name names, probably found it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, they said punishment.
They were
I'm
like, ooh. No, it might have been during him. It might have been. It might have been because I was old enough to understand what it was.
He's like, I smell it,
but
smells.
I wasn't like
Smell
I
it.
wasn't from the closet.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do with it back then. I would
We'll
have
just
never
clean
known what to
this
do. I
room
was just
at
like,
it.
but
I would
my
like to
brain
go on
just took
record
it.
as saying I do not condone my children's behavior.
She doesn't.
But even the Lord understands me because we're all His children and we do not behave.
Y'all's children was doing things.
Yeah. I remember the first time I snuck out the house.
Snuck out my house?
No.
Oh.
I was like with you
Why is
guys.
all this coming out
So like
today?
you came with us.
Yes, remember we went to the beach?
Aww.
And
I remember those memories.
I had the most miserable time because
You
I
were
was
so
so
scared.
scared.
Oh,
So
shit.
I
Should have just
decided,
stayed home.
I decided this is when you had the van.
Yes.
I decided that
The
it was
basement.
smart enough for me to, because it was an alarm, so when you open the basement door, it says basement door.
Oh my god.
So I
I
was
was
like,
that thing in the
when I
beginning
took
of
the
the
dog out, I was like, I'm gonna leave it open.
Sorry.
So it won't beep when I leave. So I left that door open, and then the back door had like a master lock. So if you closed it from the outside, you can't come in once it was locked. So I was like, I'm gonna have to leave it open. And the whole time I was like, and I put pillows under a blanket in the basement, so it looked like I was watching TV.
She did a typical teenage stuff.
TV in the basement, right? Just in case. Just in case you came
Covered
downstairs.
all her bases.
You did.
But when we got to the beach, I was like, what if a deer comes in the
buy it. You just have
But the
to
thing
buy
was,
it.
it shouldn't have been sitting out because I was 19.
Okay, I was gonna ask that.
Angie, you
I was
should've
wrong.
Yeah, like you should have just took the
should've
keys.
just-
But we all think that way. We're freaking out for the first time, and it gets
Yeah.
easier a little bit after.
No,
Thanks,
honestly,
you know.
luckily you guys had curfews and
Yeah.
I didn't have a curfew. So like when I would come home, my mom would be like, "Wow, you're home so early." It'd be like 10:30. I'm like, "Cause all my friends." Are I was like, so I always thought I was like, they care. Their parents care about them.
Mind you, we're in the house.
Yeah, they're like all mad, and I'm like, well, I guess I gotta go home too because my folks care about me.
Lucky.
When I extended your curfew, but Janelle's curfew.
Yo, that was the meanest thing they could have ever
Wow,
done.
separating.
Wait, the lessons. Divide and conquer. Wait,
That's so mean.
But it
What?
wasn't intended to be mean. It was actually intended to be nice because I'm like, well, I can't make her do what her younger sister does. That was my thinking when I
so
extended her
nice.
curfew.
They were
I was
there.
that
They
I
were
know, but
there.
as
No,
like
just bring her
she's
with me.
older,
She's the
it's not.
responsible one.
Yeah, that's true. So
Why
Jasmine,
would you
do you remember what you did? She was like, that's fine. I'm just gonna stand on the deck until my curfew is over.
I'm not giving up this extra independence.
My best friend's curfew.
I'm not giving up this extra independence.
How dare you, mom?
So-
That day I freaked
It
out.
sounded like a bully move. That's what it sounded like.
No, it wasn't. I
Okay,
didn't
you want to be grown?
That was
Guess
the
what?
hustful thing to do. Like, we're
The
gonna
most
make
flexible
sure
I,
we do.
honestly, until you just said it that way, I've never thought of it that way. I've never thought of it.
I feel like
That was like, how long
you never
ago
won
was
as a
it?
Karen. You're damned if you do, damned
Because
if you
when
don't.
did we not?
I
you know,
seriously
say
was
people
like,
say-
Jasmine, you're older, you get your pass.
I was like, what am I gonna do by myself?
And that probably was when my mom was like, "You're home so early," because Janelle had to get home.
Janelle, the car and the lessons.
15 minutes if I had to go, we all had to leave.
Everybody was over.
We were young parents, guys. We were making it up as we were going.
Fair enough,
But
fair
what's
enough.
your
That's
answer
what it
though?
looked
Have you
like.
ever snuck out?
Oh no, I've been late, but I haven't snuck out.
You ever slipped out? Wait, no, I don't think I've.
I don't think I've ever snuck out.
I've never seen
Jenna left.
as an underage,
Bye.
never snuck.
No?
As an adult, yes.
Yeah.
I
can't hold my hand actually.
As an adult, yes. Or I shouldn't have had to.
This segment on Angie's trauma.
Jenna said what curfew?
Did you ever
Angie's trouble.
that we
Sorry.
were like sleeping over somebody's else's house when we were like, hey, I'm sleeping over Brianna's
Did we
house.
do that?
I think when we went to the beach, we had to be somewhere. Because we were like,
Yeah.
hey,
We're not coming home. We're like, remember that time we were like, we're gonna watch the sunrise.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know, like, yeah, let's watch the sunrise.
Goodness.
Yeah, I was a very believing mom.
You
But
believe that?
I believe that. Oh my gosh.
I believe
Guys,
you.
I
I
know.
watching the
Yeah.
sunrise.
And Jenna didn't tell me that.
Irresponsible parents.
We had this whole conversation about the breakdown when Jenna decided that she was going to tell me that, you know, you guys were partaking of
Mm-hmm.
the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And this was last week, and I was like, she's like, but you wanted to know, right? I was like, I didn't. I really was like, ignorance is bliss, and I wanted to stay there. I did not enjoy the process of that, but I honestly would have like your brother. No, none of them. She would tell me that the kids across the street were smoking on the bridge, and like she wasn't.
Jenna came up with headlines so easy.
And I've been like, that kid's over there every day, you know, and she would always tell me. But
it was like, wow.
I didn't know that she was part.
Bunch of geezers.
They
No, I
were
actually
smoking.
did.
That's why I smell like. That's why I smell so loud, Mama. Because they were smoking on the
I
bridge.
had to go to the store, and then I was back to the library,
but
right?
I
somehow
honestly
it just
believe
got
what
to
you guys
me.
told me.
Oh my
Secondhand
God.
smoke is a real thing. It's
Right.
real.
I held my breath when I walked past them. Okay.
And puffed it out and came back in.
I did. I really believed you.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
My
No.
mom didn't ask questions because you guys brought me to church. So, like, they're a great family. They're so good. Those kids are great.
Oh man.
I'm so sorry. I thought they were good kids.
We were good
We
kids.
We snuck out
To
to
go-
watch the sunrise.
No, and then to go
I
push
swear.
each other.
I can't even
in
drink
shopping
while you guys
carts
are
at the
Oh,
mall.
and
Yeah.
touch each other.
We
shove it
snuck
at the
out to go
mall.
push each other in shopping carts in the mall
This is what we're
parking
doing.
lot. That's
Yeah.
what we were doing.
They-
When I found out that other
We
people
were such
our
good
age
kids,
would do
yeah.
it.
No.
No,
It was
I feel attacked.
No, I don't think.
They weren't pushing
I
something else.
feel
We were literally
attacked.
doing
Okay.
innocent things.
In the most
Okay.
innocent
We were
way.
just like, we want to be outside.
Remember we went to TJ Fridays and we
Don't
had
give
the
me those
round
eyes.
of the Red Bull slushies?
The
I
round
have a picture in my room of us. It's the four of us. I had this tragic fashion sense. It was an off the shoulder with a zebra that would
had
go
the stripe
and with a spiked bun.
I had a straight
You
dress.
couldn't tell me nothing.
I used to wear that.
Janelle had her jeans skirt with the black.
And then my Amy Black, yes. The Amy one and the clip in your mohawk. I remember that night. Yes.
You guys gotta send these pictures in now.
And we were wearing heels. We were like, we're
for slushies. Red Bull slushies. Around for the table.
And honey mustard chicken nuggets.
Do you know our club phase was us like getting dressed up and walking downtown? Yeah. Just down.
Do you remember the photo shoot?
Yeah.
Mark and there.
Doing her makeup in the car. Oh, I remember that picture.
Aww.
And
You guys' childhood,
That would be like
right?
no eyebrows.
Because the thin eyebrows were like,
You guys are
don't
something
have eyebrows.
out of a movie,
Right?
Mine was
the coming of age movie.
Oh, you guys really are sweet too.
We were
We weren't. We were adults at that time. We were adults.
We were like writing, directing. We were like, do this.
Yeah,
We were like,
creators.
show face. And like me and Mark were like,
Yeah. Do you remember like the Miss Garden that we were like walking
Yes.
show face?
I feel like I still have all those pictures.
By the way, when we
somewhere.
were coming
It's on my
home
old
from curfew,
Facebook.
by the way, we were coming home from curfew. It was usually at Mark and Maurie's house because they were singing and playing songs on their piano.
Yeah.
I'm like, sorry, I gotta go home now.
Sorry, I guess I gotta go home too.
Got
Bye.
it.
The fun dance.
Right.
That is
Sorry.
And Jenna's like, yeah, it was funny.
Exactly.
Sorry, we just went on memory.
I remember telling Jenna.
Jenna's more of a, I'm gonna break curfew, so I don't want to disappoint you.
Yeah,
That'll
let
let
you
you
know.
know. I'm not.
Because this is my logic, okay? Because I could have told you way more stuff. But I've been partying since the age of 14.
What?
That's why, yeah.
What?
Like, I've been in grade when 14.
That's like
Ninth grade, freshman.
Yeah, freshman high
I was a
school.
freshman.
Oh my
Like, I got to
god.
high school and I was like,
Kind of
Yeah,
jealous.
yeah.
That's what you get for saying
I
white people's school.
you
You
know,
see that?
Mommy, look at that. I remember.
Oh, you went to white people's school.
But y'all were my friends.
She was like, hey, wait.
I didn't hang out with the kids. I was
In my defense,
Is there
okay. I don't think so. I was just bad. It was just bad, and I wanted to party. I remember one time. I'm sorry, Mom. I remember one time after school, I had smoked some doobie, and and me and my friend were swinging on the swing at the park, and we were like, so what if we get drunk? So what we smoke weed? We were just having fun. I used to love that song, man. I was like,
I didn't know you were talking about it. So in my dad.
Just
Yeah.
a kite. They were a kite in the sky.
But if I could go
I
back,
appreciate Jenna. She taught me to pray.
yeah.
Like deeply taught me to pray.
It's always gonna be that one time.
Self-discipline.
It is me.
Like Jenna gave me a new respect, and I've said this before. She's given me a new respect for God and us being His children. Because every time she would do something, I'd be like, I'm so sorry.
What I do?
Because I see how you feel. Like,
What I
Her tag on my
I would just apologize.
oops.
Well, you think you got it bad? Imagine my angels. They're just there every time, just like
Looking down like, girl, we gotta come outside and get
Yeah.
you.
And I'm like,
I remember having a conversation with
let's
Jenna.
go.
I remember having a conversation with Jenna.
I
It was
said,
like, do you know
I said,
that you're not going to this?
Yes. Was
Can
it
you please-
Maria's house?
Yeah.
I would
What do
be
you
going.
mean?
So wait, hold on. Maria's house is where the parties were.
Yeah,
happening.
I know,
but
We've
were
driven
saying
by
things.
there.
Yes.
And no
And
one
like,
went
you're
right.
right.
Exactly.
It's the actual part. And I think that's after when we were like, okay, Jenna, let's level together.
Yeah.
We know you're not doing the things that you say you're doing. So can you please at least, we promise to not snitch, but can you please at least tell one of us where you're going and what you're doing?
I was gonna say, did you?
Probably not knowing
Yeah,
you.
no, that's how we found out
No,
when
I
Maria
think so.
stayed, and we were like, we just like.
I think you
rolled
said,
by
yeah,
there
you were
one
going
day
to
and
Maria's
we're like,
house. We were like, that's a party.
not even
That's a party.
No, like
That's
it
a
was
party.
not
We
the
might
party.
go
Right. It
to-
was.
I want to
Now the older sibling driving by
Like,
I think
Are you
she might have
same
been
stage?
She might have been 15 or 16. We're like,
Come on,
she's
yeah.
7 years
really does do that.
Yeah,
It's
no, like-
Avon, Whitman,
Can't relate.
Randolph, sometimes
Yeah, Randolph.
Randolph.
Bronson was like,
Um,
who is you?
You all don't fight like that?
No, because we all go there and we get litty
Yeah.
too titty and we just have a good time.
I
It's
like,
not
I'm
like
just
we're
saying,
in
like,
school.
Can't relate.
Brockton High is the
You
bigger
never
school.
saw them, but they
I went to a couple of Avon parties. They were
Yo,
lit.
they're so
They
lit.
were lit.
Because
It
everybody
was like a
comes to a
movie.
good time.
They really were a movie.
Yeah, it's like Project X.
Like the lights would be in the
Don't
corners.
ever watch
No
Project
pets.
X.
Yeah, no
That
pets.
is delicious.
Wow.
Don't watch that.
I'll watch
Also-
that.
Yeah, don't watch that. It was really like that. That Avon party. Did you ever go to the industrial
End
park?
of.
I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
you guys got over that. But like the kids of my grades would go to the Avon Industrial Park, and an Avon Industrial Park is what it sounds like. It's like a place full of like warehouses.
Yeah.
Oh my
And
god.
they were like
I had
raised
too much anxiety.
We're
for
inside
that.
of the place.
Look at
or
you,
outside?
inside, outside, anywhere.
Mom,
And
look at
where-
me.
And Thaddeus is getting grounded from not
I was going
thinking
down
about
the
street lights.
I didn't know what I was doing.
I was scared to go outside at 19.
We was playing
to go in
manhunt
the
at
beach
20.
at night. And this one's over here
You
at
know,
a party
I
at
was like, I'm not
14.
Jensen Janelle's house, mom.
She said, so what? We can
I lived that was my Miley Cyrus. That was around high school was around the Miley Cyrus age, and she was like
I know,
in
it's
the
funny
club. I have heard.
And Jenny got so mad at me when I was like talking about Miley Cyrus. I love Miley Cyrus, but she's obviously like going through her phase, and she was like, "You don't understand."
Yeah,
No,
you
she
know.
went to
You don't
basketball.
know.
Jenna, I will never
She
forget
related
when
to her
Jenna
so
performed,
much.
the next time I get out, I will never. She was 8
better
years old.
ask me what I think
Exactly. She
about.
performed that with her whole soul.
I
was
love
like,
Miley
yes.
Cyrus.
I
Yeah,
love
Miley Cyrus. I loved
Remember when we
it.
performed Party in the USA?
Yeah.
I still do that.
And she had her little heels on.
Yes.
Oh my
Because you
goodness.
couldn't tell me
She
nothing.
wanted to be in it so bad, and B. Jasmine was like, "Yeah, come on, Jenna." She was ready. She had a little purse. She had her purse and her little
Oh,
heels.
the glasses.
Yes, she had the glasses
Oh,
on
she
too.
did her little bob.
Yes, she said, "I am here. I'm the show, okay?"
I'm the show. You stand in the back where you're lying.
We were back to dancing.
We were back. Oh, she was doing that since she was 4.
Do you have those tapes?
Somewhere.
You used to have so many tapes. Okay, guys, let's before this
Yeah.
We didn't get to know.
Say another question.
we
No, that wasn't even the questions.
How do we get? No, the first one was a question about
Oh,
the pet
okay,
peeves, and then we
okay.
just hold on. Let
How do
me
we get
stop
here?
it.
I don't know.
My last question, since we have covered so many different topics. So in a relationship, what is
It's random.
it's
now random.
What is your like? What is a line that can't be crossed? Is it infidelity? Is it lying? Is it being or saying disrespectful things? Like, what is like you can't come back from while you're in a relationship? Because there's things that you can't forgive, but then there's other things that everybody has different things where they're like, nah, that's it for me, dog. Like that's something you cannot cross. And I stated it. And do you state it from the beginning, or do you learn a little about yourself while you're in that relationship? Like, I don't like that. That's my question. Definitely switch gears.
I'm shocked.
I feel triggered.
Right. I think for me, I think you guys know I'm a pretty open and honest person. That I say things how it is as upfront as I can be. So if I say like, mean what you say what you mean, I expect that from my partner. So if you're saying I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and you're not following through, for me, that's
Yeah.
especially if it's happening repeatedly.
Yeah.
You know,
That makes you, for me, like, I agree with that. And it makes you lose the
trust.
trust and the attraction
Yeah.
for the person.
Yeah.
Because it's like, man, like, you want your person to be, especially a man, you want a man to be about his business. Like, if you say you're going to get X, Y, and Z done, especially if that's your role as a man of the things that you said you're going to get done,
Yeah.
I want to see you get it done.
And not to
I
say
don't
it's
wanna-
gonna happen overnight. No.
Yeah.
But slowly make some type of an effort. It's
Yeah.
that's like a simple effort.
Yeah.
You know.
Wait,
We all looked at Nelly. Nelly was like,
I just had my phone up and you said, and even you were like,
yeah, we all did. I don't know why.
so I was like, you got
Yeah.
The spirit.
Do you
things.
have and Nelly, you must speak.
I think a deal breaker for me, because I am married and my goal is to like stay married, is my deal breaker is something like that would happen before I got married, I have to work for them now. But I think for me is if you're gonna raise a hand to me, we did. Like that's it. Like
not coming back.
I'm gonna cut you off.
That's it.
Yeah.
No, that you brought up a good point. So do you think there's two different deal breakers from when you're in a relationship and when you're in a marriage?
That's good.
Thank you.
I mean, I think if you can't, I think it's the willingness of not wanting to work on it anymore. Then why am I going? Because then you're gonna be miserable. I'm gonna be miserable. Children are gonna be miserable, and I don't want to, be miserable, be the cause of anybody's misery. But I think it's harder for you to walk away from something if you haven't like continually like wait for it. You know what I'm saying? Like and tried. But just for me, just we don't fight.
Call Tyrone.
That's legitimately his
Simone. Call whoever you need to call to be at the house
If
in 5 minutes.
We got a head stop.
Right.
5 minutes. Call Simone.
So what have you?
Actually just recently had this conversation, and I'm going to say what my partner's answer, because mine was infidelity, which I would, figured out. But he said stealing from your partner. And I was like, that's actually so true. I never really thought about that. Like, you steal from me. It's over. You obviously don't feel comfortable enough to ask me for something, and you're obviously, like, you're lying to me by stealing. You're stealing from me?
What do you say?
We'll leave the substance part.
Go stealing.
Stealing. Okay. That was a good one. Okay.
It's gonna be like stealing.
Jasmine doesn't want to answer, so we're just gonna leave her alone.
Well, I agree with everything that you all said, and what it makes me think now at the stage in my relationship, like at as many years we've been together, no, absolutely not abuse, no, absolutely not trust, no stealing. So, since y'all have already said those kind of things, for me, through every stage of our relationship, if I don't feel protected, I'm good. If I feel like I'm riding alone, I'm good. Because I don't want to do a battle by myself. I just want to do good. If I got to do it by myself, then I'll have to do it by myself. But if I feel unprotected, and I think that as women, where men are supposed to be in that space where they're a covering, if they are not doing the job that God intended them to do, then why am I here? If I'm not protected, like, you're not safe if someone's stealing from you. You're not safe if someone's hitting you. You're not safe if they're not telling you the truth, because you never know what to think. And so now I'm always anxious. I'm always on edge. I'm always nervous of what's gonna happen next. Now, boo, I'm good. So if you're not my true protector in every sense of the word, then I'm chill with you. I'm sorry.
I was trying to the queen side.
Oh,
I couldn't think of
game signs.
I just wanted to support, and I was
wondering what you were doing.
I was so conscious. Are you okay?
I was just looking at you like, what is she doing?
I tried to support queen. It don't feel right.
How do I put this crown on again?
What is going on?
And then I try to save it for when you edit, maybe.
No, we're gonna leave it in there.
Really, just
Edit.
And it's like eyes right on her, like big eyes on the side, like.
No, that's a good one.
Feeling protected is very important. That's very, very important.
I would say, for me, is the lack of chase, and this is what I mean. You still want to keep a relationship flowing and going. You still have to have a similar feeling to how it was in the beginning, because how it is in the beginning is so light and fluffy and fun and refreshing, right? And even though in your relationship, like, the longer you get in, it's not new anymore. So that chase of having that a little bit of feel of new, a little feel of that light flirty, fun. You know what I mean? If you don't have a desire to keep it, you know, fun or keep getting to know me like you were getting to know me in the beginning, because you're always changing, I'm always changing. So if there's no desire to, not chase, like rediscover me and still date me and love me how you loved me in the beginning, then that doesn't. If you talking about forever and you can only apply pressure in the first couple of years, then I don't want you, because I don't want to get down the line and you're just like, well, you know what I mean? Like, I want you to still want me the way you want me, or want me in different ways, but still showing that you want me, showing that you care for my new interests, seeing if I'm still tapped into my old interests, still wanting to date me, still wanting to show that affection. You know what I mean?
So, a question for you on that though.
Yeah.
What is your time limit on that?
What do you mean?
Well, because when you get to the marriage stage, you go through so many roller coasters.
Yeah.
And both people are growing and changing. And men also go through stages as they grow older where they become insecure about their changes in themselves. It's not just women; they just don't openly talk about it because it's not masculine to talk about that. And so that could make them shy away. So my question for you is, if he's going through a season where he himself doesn't feel good in himself, so he's not chasing because he's feeling the way we feel, where we're like, well, you know, our bodies have changed and I don't really feel sexy right now, and I don't really feel like, you know, like out, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel confident right now. Men have those times too where they go through that pitfall where they're trying to find their new level of confidence as they're growing older. So what is that time frame of like, yo, what's happening here? Do you see what I'm saying?
No, I understand what you're saying. I think, well, that's where communication comes into play. And like, if you really are down and in love with somebody, you're not just gonna be like, good riddance. You're not chasing me or still showing whatever. And that's where a conversation will come into play, and you know, you assure them of their insecurities, or you know, and you meet them where they are, and you still, you know, find different ways. Maybe your new love language is going to the gym together, which is still spending time with each other, building up. There's still that intimacy. So I don't really think there's a time limit as long as there's communication of where you are, as long as there's still some sort of that, you know, that fun, that, you know, that fun flirting that I was talking about. There is no time limit, because if you're serious about your partner, then you're serious about your partner.
No, I was just asking because you said that was like your thing.
Yeah,
So
I know.
can I add to that?
Yeah.
I feel like I have to like the person, not more than I love the person, but through everything, through the ups, through the downs. I need to be like, all right, we're gonna put the love aside. Like, I can be your friend.
Yeah,
your homie.
you have to be.
Like, I'm down for you regardless.
Yeah.
I love you. I'm in love with you, but I like you.
Yeah.
Because like, things are gonna happen where it's like, I don't know if I'm really loving you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you're doing your thing, I'm doing mine, but like, I like you. Like, you're a good person. And then I kind of equate that to my friendships, because like, you know, thank God and knock on wood, I've got some great friendships. And I think that like, you know what I mean? Like, we've all gone through so many different seasons. But at the end of the day, like, the love has always been there, but we like each other. So no matter what season we're in, I can show up for you where you need me to show up for you, because I like you, and I want that for my partner too.
Ooh, that's gonna make it into the trailer.
I pick up on that one. Actually, I do have one. I don't have a deal breaker right now because of the season minute.
That's
a deal breaker.
But I have a can't start them right now, and communication is number one. Communication. If I cannot communicate effectively with you, I just don't know what to do at that point. And that's because I settled for less than that, so that will never happen again. And because I consider myself a practical person when it comes to relationships, because not only of the examples that I've been shown, but like the relationships and the friendships that I've been through, like I know that it's doable, and I know that if I'm honest and if you're honest, and if we can like sit down and like have this practical conversation about emotions and about all this, then we can work through some things. But if you cannot communicate, like if I've left the door open for you to say how you feel and what you desire, like, and all of that stuff, and if you're still working hard, and if you feel comfortable with me and letting me know what you need, and all of the other stuff, like communication is number one for me. I don't even know what to do.
Effective communication. You can communicate in a toxic way. It has to be an effective communication. You know,
it has to be received.
Right. You have to know your partner enough to know that they're going
So emotional maturity.
like,
Emotional maturity is
because being listening and hearing are two different things.
And applying
afterwards is different. And applying consistently. And it goes both ways because women are not off the hook. Like, there's things that, Drew will be like, babe, why don't you do this? And I honestly am just like, I forget. But he's like consistent, like he's religious about it. Case in point, I can go missing for a while because I'm like, you know where I am. I've been here for hours. Why do I need to check in? Yet and still, he'll be sending me like, hey, I'm still here, like, or a picture. And I'm like, I gotta learn to do this. But I just go off in my talking rants with the girls I'm around. I'm like, whatever. Yeah. But it's being able to say, okay, I've said this to you a million times, and we're not working on that. Yeah. And so now I'm not being listened to, I'm not being heard, and I feel disrespected.
Do you feel, so that, I was just going to say, like, the respect thing, do you think that's having lack of respect for your partner?
I think it is.
Yeah.
Like, I've had to apologize, like, my bad, this is what you need. Yeah. Because sometimes what's important to you is different, a lot of times, what's important to you is different than what's important to them. Right. And so it's not a big deal for me to be like, yo, you can see exactly where I'm at. You know who I'm talking to, so I'm just gonna sit here and talk for the next 3 or 4 hours, right? Yeah. But for him now, it's different, and that's one of his things. So I know that is disrespectful, so I have to work on not being disrespectful to him because it is disrespectful. Like if I tell you I don't like this, and you keep doing it, 100%, doesn't matter if you're married or dating or whatever. If you do it consistently, it's disrespectful. Or if you don't do it consistently, it's disrespectful.
That's a okay word. Duck.
But nah, I don't know. I'm what are we? 27 years.
Wow.
27 years. Ain't nobody like. And we look at each other, we're like, cool, you go up, go. You sure you ain't going? I'm like, dude, look, ain't nobody breaking in another one of these. No. Ever. What? Ever. 30?
Smells like that not doing it.
Ain't breaking another one of these, but you have to, like, Nana and I were talking the other day, we were talking about my anniversary coming up, and she said something to me, and I was like, you know what, if both people are working, then it works. Yeah. But if only one person is working, then it doesn't work. Yeah. And my thing with a lot of people, even when I'm counseling couples, like, I press certain people in the couples, I'm not gonna say it was the guy or the girl, or, whatever, I was pressing them. And I'm like, yo, if you know you're done, say you're done.
It was mine.
It wasn't you. Don't pull somebody else along with you because you won't man up and woman up and say that I'm finished. Yeah. Ooh, a testimony. Don't pull them down. Because you're uncomfortable. So if you're done, be done. Have enough respect for the person you originally were with to say, I don't have it to give you anymore, so you can move on. Because otherwise, it's just cool. We should start off with this. We feel like a lot of triggers. Sure.
Yeah,
that's it. What you want, guys?
You call me on the next episode.
How did that shape you?
How did that shape you? We're gonna listen to all of your pet peeves.
It's the stringing along.
Yeah.
We down this road. It's the stringing along because it's like I can read your energy. I see it shifting. And if I'm coming to you as a person and saying like, hey, I'm noticing this is changing, what's up? Yeah. We can end this amicably and still be friends. Yeah. And if you're not making the decision to say, you know what, you're right, let's end this as friends, instead of doing that, you string me along to say like, oh, I do like you, I see potential in all of this, but I'm still figuring things out. I would just stay right there. Yeah. And it comes to a point where you have to be like, I can't. Yeah. You have to say I can't. Because it's not mentally healthy. No. Because you're living in that what if. Yeah. And what am I doing? Yeah. It just it's not healthy. And that's the protecting part. Mm-hmm. Like you don't love me and respect me enough to protect my heart. Mm. And I said that to Drew years ago. He didn't get it when I first started saying it when we were younger, and now he's like, he always like, I get it, and he'll say it to other guys because they, no shade to the men for right now, but they don't get that. Dude, your job is to make sure that I'm comfortable with you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And
some men are like, well, I don't want to break her heart. No, the truth is you want to be comfortable with wherever you getting ready to land in somebody else's bed. That's the truth.
Yeah.
You're not waiting to protect me, because if you were protecting me, you'd be working with me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But you're waiting to get ready to just bounce to somebody else, and you're gonna be comfortable with what I'm giving you until you have it.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's like, if the person is coming to you and saying to you,
Excuse yourself.
okay.
Go ahead.
I can feel the energy shifting, and I have to be honest with myself, right? Because I have to live with myself, but I'm not going to lie to myself and pretend like it's roses and everything's fine, and you're not. Your attitude and your energy hasn't shifted. So it's like, I've already prepared myself for you to say, like, this is all over, and that's okay, but when you string it along, it makes it harder for it to be okay,
So I'm gonna say, ask this question. Go ahead.
I'm gonna level the playing field a little because I think I've been that person before who, this is in all honesty, who has strung someone along while I was trying to figure out what I was feeling. And I had to learn, through therapy, through, talking within that relationship, being honest, being vulnerable, that is not okay. And I think that I don't have any regrets in my life, but I've had to ask for forgiveness post relationship because I've, reflected and been like, I'm sorry for taking you on that journey. You did not deserve that.
Yeah.
When I think I knew in my heart and in my mind that this wasn't going to be a forever thing, but like, I still let it go a lot longer than it should have been. So I can't, to the men, just say it's only
no, it's not just men.
But like, cause I do believe I've been that person before who has just kind of been like, this is great, I'm comfortable, you're like satisfying these needs right now while I'm like kind of getting myself ready to jump ship.
That was me all of high school. Like, that was literally like, after I dated Levins, bastard broke my heart. No, he didn't. He did. But we're over it.
Right, clearly.
He did.
Yeah.
He broke my heart, and I tried to find him in other men, right? And then I had cheeks in high school, so I knew men only wanted to be with me for the cheeks, so I would string them along, tell them I love them, give the fantasy, like, yeah, it's gonna be amazing, blah, blah, blah. And then I would never give them the cheeks. Like, I would just move on to my next, victim, right? And just, squeeze them dry until I was just bored, and then I would just, you know what I mean? Sorry.
Girl, I wasn't that much of a viper.
I'm not her.
I gentle. Okay, gentle.
That's the thing. It's not men or women.
Yeah.
It's like, it couldn't be men or women.
Wait, let me finish.
There's more? Oh my.
No, I just wanted to say, now, as I got older, I was older, and I was like, dang, that's sorry guys, that wasn't
Well,
really
you were a
nice.
child.
I was a child.
So
don't give her.
And I was on drugs.
I was on
She was
drugs.
on DVs.
Yeah.
She's on
I was doing the duties, so, but no, so I definitely, we can't fully relate because I was wilding, but I mean, we relate a little bit,
I started talking about it because of wanting to be protected.
Yeah.
And as much as I want to be protected, I want to protect my partner.
Yes.
Right.
And I want my partner to feel as vulnerable and as comfortable and as safe with me as I do with them, because although you may physically be able to protect me and be a man, be that man in that situation, I want you to know that your heart is safe with me. You can be strong up there, but you don't have to be strong in front of me. And I'm not gonna fumble your heart for anything. So I don't think I was always that person for people when I should have been.
Yeah.
And it's something that I had to learn.
Yeah.
That's gross.
I think everybody has been in a situation where you're there, but you don't want to be there, but you're not sure why you want to leave yet, but you know you need them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it is, and protection does go both ways, because a lot of times men won't be vulnerable because everybody's telling them to man up.
Yeah.
So men won't cry because when they're 5, we told them not to cry. You know what I mean? And then said you're not a boy if you cry, and you're not a man if you cry, which is not true. So everybody should feel protected. Both parties should feel protected. My question was this, and it's, I don't know if it's rhetorical or not, but why do we all stay waiting for the other person to tell us they're ready to go?
We're afraid to be alone.
Afraid to be alone, or don't want to be the bad guy? Like, want to, like...
No, that was the question.
Leave the relationship as, oh, you ended it, so we're cool. You know what I mean? You don't want to have... Because to break up with someone is always, like, it's just always, like, you always feel like, especially if you know that person is, like, into you, know what I mean? So, like, I know for me, like, at least that's what I think. Like, you never want to be the bad guy or the one to... And things you'd rather just be like, I'm just gonna do stuff or act a certain way, and then eventually they're just gonna, you know what I mean? I'm like, okay,
They'll end it with me.
yeah. Okay, all right, well, bye. You know what I mean? But that's what I personally think is one of the reasons why.
Yeah. I think sometimes you actually come to being the bad guy. You know.
Yeah. You're not always the hero.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know.
It's easier to play the victim of like I did everything, and not them to be like in phase out of that.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
Because I think it's hard when you are the villain in someone's story, which it happens.
Yeah.
We are humans. No one's perfect.
Yeah.
But when you are the villain in someone's story, it's harder for you to look at yourself
Yeah.
than it is for people to look at you, look inward. Because like when you hold a mirror up to yourself, like it hurts more.
Yeah.
You're only looking at yourself.
Oh, man.
But what about in those moments where you know the other person wants to leave?
What?
I said, but what about in those? That's when like you guys entered more on the side, mostly on the side like of not wanting to, being the person who knows that they're supposed to leave. I'm asking about like when Angie was saying, well, I already saw that in you.
Oh,
why do we allow ourselves to stay when we already know that person is trying to leave? You know what I'm saying?
I think the hope. Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead. Oh, I think the hope of that it could change, or just not wanting to, even though you may prepare, there still might be something in you like, I hope this is not like, what is my new reality gonna look like? You're not ready to accept the fact that my life is gonna change. Am I really ready for that? And you know, maybe I'll stay, maybe things will be different, and so I don't have to experience my life being different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that could be partly the reason.
I agree, and I think also it depends how you're swindled as well. Because even though I'm strong in saying like if you want this to be over, I could have said like, okay, this needs to be over, and I have said that. But when the person is like, no, I don't want you to leave, it's very easy to fall under that spell and be like, okay, yeah, they're gonna stick, they're gonna figure it out. They're gonna say like, this is what it is,
Yeah.
You kind of hold on to that faith, so
Yeah, I agree. Nelly, you've been quiet.
I heard it, and I was like, in my head. What happened was like I was and then my face was like, your face was stuck like this for a while.
I'm gonna zoom in on your face.
I know.
She was sitting like
What
that.
does your
for
face
me.
look like? Should you smile at this point, or do you look mad, or do you?
No, you didn't look bad.
Are you sure?
You look like you were deep in thought.
Because I'm deep in thought about my side profile. I'm like, I'm facing like this. I know the camera etiquette. That's where my brain went.
She didn't hear any.
I did hear everything she said, but in that she started winding down with what she was saying, and I was like, yeah, that's true. Then my face, I was like, wait, like this for a while, and my brain went somewhere else. So when you see me smiling that with no teeth, just know I'm thinking, oh, it's time to
She
smile.
means well.
Don't smile with no teeth. That's creepy.
But what am I gonna?
Yeah.
Wait, guys, all the time? That's a
All the
lot.
time.
That's a lot. That's just
It's
not.
like
Wait, someone
Could you imagine though? Change it from like.
Wait, but I've done that. I've been riding in the car. Wait, guys, wait, just wait. Just wait. I drop my eyebrows.
No. Make the face again, Janelle. Do it again. You guys have to catch how the resting face, and then she just turns and she's so.
So I've done that while driving. Like I'm like, no, wait, because the kids can see you. So, but you're not really. In my head, I'm having the greatest conversation.
I never think you look like.
No,
I go by your energy. I don't go by your
Right,
face.
I don't
Well, thank you, because my face is one mean one. Okay.
We know you're
I scare a
We
lot
know
of
you're-
people away. But I'm not talking to something like this. I think so. Like, are you upset? Are you sad? No,
No.
I'm fine. I'm having a great time.
Yeah.
I'm having a good time.
I'm excited. Pictures out.
That is so funny.
This has been a great
Oh
night.
my God. This has been
I am
My best. Best night of my life.
You're just voguing. You're just voguing all the time. That's all.
Voguing is serving face. I'm serving this.
I mean, shocking us of cutting and pasting. So
We got in
We
our
done a lot.
we did, but we had a lot of fun. Make sure you stay tuned for all of my upcoming videos, and if you're not caught up on all of my old videos, go check all those out too. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and click that notification button so you know when I drop a new video. And as always, guys, I love you. Thank you for supporting me, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.